gods are angry. Well, we just had one come through, and I just happen to have a gut feeling. Damn it! Boy, it freaking shredded. Are you kidding me? Holy moly macaroni. Right here. See how this is all smashed down? Look at this. Round tornadic activity. Twisted around. Smashed down. Here first. Look at this. Came down, hit here, bounced over, boom, hit my boat. Didn't even touch this thing. That's just his truck cover. Maybe I could just make a little shorty. Yeah. How about an aluminum piece up there? Put some aluminum, make it a hard top. Or get some of that new Flex Seal duct tape. It's about 3 feet wide. Stick a big piece of duct tape on it. Look at this. What on earth? See that? Look at it. Nothing in here got touched except for that rag. See right there how it's all? And it's like I said, this you can't put your finger through it. It's not rotten. I mean, it just crazy, and it's amazing. You know, they're so close, and that didn't take beating at all. This got bent. Look, right there. That's bowed a little bit. See, that one's nice and straight. Look, yeah, it's bowed. Wow. Well, let me get it out of here. So here's what's left of my bimini. That bimini top was not ripped. It was stretched apart. And it had those like markings, those round saw-like markings, saw blade markings on it. I never see anything like it. Definitely a little mini twister. And this one, boy, he took a pretty good beat, and not only got bent, but a little bit twisted. And hopefully I can straighten it out. So you see how I have it laid out a long ways. I'll make it a little bit wider, as wide as the boat, you know, the original one was, just by adding some extensions between the two ends there. And then I've got the aluminum sheeting that I'll put on it, and do me an aluminum hardtop. Still got to get that 35 out there, but it's the weekend and the popo's out there on the weekends, and I ain't taking that boat out with the popo out there because it's illegal. So we'll see what happens. So that's what's happening right now, baby. I'm still, man, shocked. I mean, that thing's been down there for how long? Through all these storms. All it takes is one little mini cyclone. Tear it up. So I noticed in the video I shot, it was hard to really get a grip on what was going on here. So I stepped back a little bit. And you can see the circle. Everything's starting to stand back up a little bit. But I mean, just crazy. That was around my birthday. We were headed over to the sandbar. I said we were hanging out for a little while. It was real windy that day over there. I said, man, I'm out of here. Go home, eat lunch. And then we were going to go to Grills and VFW. So I take off out of there, got caught in some weeds, threw the anchor over, pulled all the weeds off, took off, ripped it all the way across the lake down to the smooth side, turned around, ripped it all the way back here, got right out here where the weeds start, boom, punched it through the first bunch of weeds. and I felt something weird, some little sound. I'm like, what was that? Must have another bundle of weeds on there again. And then I coasted up to here, and I bumped it again. And the second time I bump it, I hear clunkety, clunkety, clunkety. I'm like, man, what was that? So I coasted in here, and I tied up. I lifted up the motor, see what my weed situation was, and no prop. So right in here somewhere I lost the prop, and I'm guessing it was from dragging that weed eliminator thing around and getting all those weeds on the prop constantly, and shear pin probably finally sheared, and it just finally fell off. But I mean, I ripped it over there, over here, didn't hear a sound, nothing. So I ended up putting on it. It's a brand new prop, but it's only 13 1/4 by 17 pitch. So I did a speed test, and I lost 3 miles an hour. I was doing 33 with the other prop, and only doing 5,200 RPM. And I'm like, well, it's hot now. When it gets cold out, I'm doing around 5,500, and I'm doing 36 miles, 37 miles an hour. So that was the point of this today. It's already getting hot. We'll see if I pick up any RPMs. Let it warm up a little bit. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, there's weeds on there. This prop is black, so it's a little harder to see the weeds. Higher RPM, 13 1/4 inch prop, 17 pitch. See what my idle trolling speed is. Still at 4. And I recently checked my roll pins on my carbs. They're all straight up and down. Look at the weeds. Alright, so here's my frame, initial frame, if I do the console. In other words, the poles coming down will screw to the console instead of the sides of the boat. So the console is about, about that wide, I guess. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. Something like this. Pick this up like this, and it'll be like this over my head. Man, this thing don't weigh nothing. That's plenty. That's plenty, right? For me, sitting there. Keep it about, you know, head high. Don't weigh nothing. And I don't have to use aluminum. I could put some kind of canvas or something on it. Even just a sun's shade thing. So if I do T-top, it'll be like this. But like I said, it's going to be a pain in the butt mounting it to the console. I got room on this side, but with this control, not much room. Room for one mount. Yeah. So I just got a few more pieces to put on.
I just got yelled at.
Look what,
because she said I can't give it away.
look what Corey's bringing over here.
See what I'm saying? So you can put those things on it, and they stretch that way.
Nah, it's too small.
It'll still give you some shade.
I got shade. I mean, I got that big shade thing. If it fit, it'd be different. If it went all the way, I'd be like, cool, man. It is cool.
I was thinking of doing the same thing on my boat.
It would have fit the first way I had it.
Oh, the long way?
Just for the T-top.
Yeah. You see why I was saying those eyelets would be cool, because you can put those things and stretch it around.
Man, I can't get this sucker out of here.
Vice grip.
Yeah, every other one came right out. Alright, so I just need to get, I went with the curved poles, I think I might have said that, instead of the straight ones that one was all bent. This looks cool. And then here my strap will hang on, and I gotta put this one on. I don't think it'll pop over. No, it'll pop. I hope. Don't break it. Ouch. And I got these two put on. And then a couple of rivets on the 20-inch pieces just to hold it together until I get to the lake. Then I can set it all up and do my finished riveting, which I really don't need any more riveting other than these guys. But I don't want to put rivets in them until it's on the boat. It's where it needs, you know, where it wants to be, where it needs to be. And then I don't know about the aluminum if I'm going to have enough. I'll have to pull it out and see. I got 33 inches wide, 8 feet. Then I got 25 inches wide, 8 feet. And I don't think there's going to be enough. So I just flipped it over real quick, just take a quick looky, trying to decide if I want to run those curved ones that way or the other way. But it looks pretty good. That's it, man, that's it. It should be perfect, you know. The long ones here, the curved ones, will determine the height. And, you know, I can cut those. I want it shorter. Should be fine. And it's not, you know, where it's at right now, there's no telling it's going to, you know, where it's going to end up until I get it on there. All right, so here's the plan. The Beef is going on Tracy's boat, his Boston Whaler. We're going to pull his motor off and swap these puppies out. He may even be interested in buying this thing. And then he needs some work done on his motor. I think it was just his fuel pump blew out. And it was just filling the thing up with fuel. So he ordered some stuff up. He's going to get a carb kit. And we'll get all that done this week. But I got to get this thing in the water. I tried to get it last week, but things just went different. Then I find out, which I thought this was a 15-inch prop. Here's the new one I bought. It's 14 and it's 10 diameter, and I went with the 14 like I said. But why does it look so small? Or is it just my imagination? I guess it's just my imagination. See how small? These have been shaved down, so you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, there to there. Yeah, that's... I don't know. This turns out to be a 13. 10 by 13. You're looking at it upside down. And it still seems to me... I mean, 10 inches, 10 inch. But it still seems to be bigger for some stupid reason. Maybe it's just an illusion. And also what I needed to say is, why can't I get it through my thick skull that this is the kill switch? All three of these last motors that had the friggin' kill switch on the handle, I kept going, this thing needs a kill switch. I just can't get it in my brain. I'm still so old school. I can't get it in my brain that this is also the kill switch and the emergency switch, cable, lanyard, whatever you want to call it. And that whole time, the last video, I was working on this thing, and I'm pulling the thing off and pulling the thing off, and a guy comments, he goes, you don't have to pull it off, just push it. And I said, son of a bitch. The same thing happened on that little 6-horse, and I think it happened on the little 4-horse. And the same thing, two guys commented, you don't have to pull that thing off, just push it. Like I said, it's so old school, I'm always reaching up here for the big fat kill button. You know, I'm like, man, I ain't pulling this thing off all the friggin' time, I need a kill switch. So maybe one of these days it'll finally sink in, and I won't have to stand here and wonder what happened. Crazy, right? All right, baby, we got her on there. I was just saying too, I used to do all this kind of crap all by myself. Thank God Tracy's here. Them days are over. Oh man, I can't believe I used to pick these things up. Anyway, she's on there. But let's take her out and see what happens. All right, let's give her a couple shots of primer here. 2. Am I in neutral? Am I still in the dirt? No. And yes, I know this is my kill switch again. Let me give it a little throttle. A little more primer. Hear the difference in this motor? Oh, it sounds a little more... Oh, don't tell me this now. Don't frickin' tell me this, man. Alright, now let's see. I pumped it a couple of good more times. That's why.
Water comes out in the same place. Sounds like that.
Alright, fired up. Just didn't pump it good enough on that crappy ass primer. Yeah, it sounds like yours. Give me a little push. You don't have to hang out, I'll come and get you. Whoa, see, he didn't have that thing locked down. Hold on. To me, it sounds a little throatier. That bigger carb on it. Hit all these damn weeds. See, for me, this little boat's kind of squirrely. Front end is way up there. Coming down.
Yeah, baby. You know the channel.